Hi, I'm Sean.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sudesh.
Hello, welcome to this video of the historical context of the
Available counseling psychology. So, counseling is a form of talk therapy. It is a process where an individual, couple, or family meet a trained professional counselor to talk about the issue and problem they are facing in their life. So, according to the American Psychological Association, counseling is a professional assistant in coping with personal problems that include emotional, behavioral, marital, educational, and life stage problems. And also based on the American Counseling Association, counseling also can be defined as a professional relationship that empower diverse individual, family, and group to accomplish mental health, education, and career goals. Counseling can be used to help with many different mental health conditions, including depression, anxiety, long-term illness, and so on. But do you know the history of counseling? What type of counseling we have and can be used it, as well as what is the role as a counselor? In this video, we will explore these questions and more using a variety of sources and examples. So, to understand the history of counseling, we begin with the realization that throughout the years, people have a way like to talk to others about their problem. This is human truth. When we have a problem or decision, we sometimes need someone to listen and understand us. The history of counseling goes back to ancient time. People in tribe would talk to each other in group. They would share the story and dream. Later, when religion started, people would talk to priests. Priests would listen and give advice. The counseling profession started with Frank Parson, who is known as the father of the guidance movement. He opened the first career counseling center in Boston in 1909. He helped young people choose their vocation and deal with work-related issues. And counseling is the professional service that helps people cope with various personal, interpersonal, or psychological issues. The root of counseling can be traced back to the late 1800 when the Frank Parson opened the first career counseling in Boston. Then, in 1913, Wilfred Beers, the leader of the mental health movement, established the first mental health clinic in America. He advocates for the more human treatment for patients with psychological disorder. He also inspired the development of psychologist analysis, a method of exploring the unconscious mind and treating mental disorder. And the growth of counseling as a profession occurred in 1930 to 1960. Especially during World War II, there was a need of counselors and psychologists to help the government to select and train specialists of military and industry work placement. In 1952, the American Personal and Guidance Association was created to provide counselors who were already in the field providing mental health service with a professional association, and this association later became American Counseling Association, as is remained to this day. In 1958, the National Defense Education Act was passed, providing funds to establish counseling and guidance institutes to train counselors. The professionalization of counseling took place in the 1970 to 1990, when counselors, particularly mental health counselors, sought to define the differentiated themselves as a unique and valid profession. And in 1976, the American Mental Health Counselor Association was created, which was the first step toward this goal. And in 1997, the Board of Counselors was established to register and certify counselors. The future of counseling is promising and challenging as counselors face new opportunity and demand in 2000 and beyond. In 2002, California adopted a counselor registry, which represents the first step toward licensure. And in 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic created the unpredictable challenge of the counseling industry, but also unprecedented progress and innovation. Counselors are beginning to adapt the changing need and demand of clients and community by offering online counseling, telecounseling and crisis intervention service. This is no question that the counseling specialty area and the profession as a whole have marked a remarkable streak and accomplishment over the past 100 years, or so is responding on these humans' needs. Of course, Malaysia also has its own history of counseling. Counseling is considered as a new field in helping profession in Malaysia. The counseling service formally began in the form of vocational guidance service for the secondary school student in 1960. It started in school in 1969 when the Ministry of Education called for guidance teacher as staged in the service circular. And starting in the 1983, every secondary school is required to have a career guidance teacher. And by 1985, secondary school has a counseling room with a career guidance teacher. And the career guidance teacher does not only manage the vocational problem but also other related problems such as educational, social, psychological, and family problems. On top of that, they were also required to teach, subject, and conduct off-school power guidance service. And due to this heavy responsibility faced by the counselor, the Ministry of Education had published a book entitled Panduan Pelaksanaan Bimbangan dan Counseling di Sekolah-Sekolah Menengah, a guide of practicing guidance and counseling in secondary school. And in 1993, the book served as a guideline for counselor teacher to implement guidance and counseling program in school. And later in 1996, the Ministry of Education has allocated full-time counseling in secondary school to meet the rising demand and needs of counseling service. Since then, there was rapid and drastic change in counseling movement in Malaysia, and the Malaysian government had shown support in giving formal training for future counselors as the demand of the counselor education program have increased.
Counseling. The first one is online counseling. The internet is the most preferred form from communication in this present time. Online counseling is counseling delivered by email, video conferencing, real-time chat, and the internet. There are a variety of benefits to online counseling. Some begin accessibility. Everyone can, with internet connection, access the counselor. Affordability, economical of both of the counseling and the patient. Anonymity, no need to reveal the identity of the patient and others form of communication. The second, individual counseling. Individual counseling is a one-on-one counseling process of the patient and a trained psychiatrist, psychotherapist, and psychologist, where the patient seeks to achieve certain goals. This is a process of self-discovery and overcome your problems, where a person works out his or her issue under the guidance of an expert. So, individual counseling is popular because it provides the setting of the patient to talk openly about his or her problems and disclose patient feelings without fear of being judged. Meanwhile, individual counseling helps patients explore themselves better and work up their issue and discuss about their issue which they may not be comfortable discuss with others. Third is career counseling. Career counseling is both of students who are about to discuss their careers and professionals to guide them on their professional growth trajectory. These are assessment of your strength and discovering where your interests lie. Career counseling takes place in the high school setting could also involve help in selection of colleges to best suit the students' needs and requirements. However, it could also be a professional who want to switch careers or want to learn how to progress in the careers they have chosen. The fourth is educational counseling. Academic is one of the biggest reasons of stress and anxiety in students and parents alike. So, academic counseling is counseling pertaining to time management, procrastination, and study tips. Due to intense competition and peer pressure, students frequently struggle to choose the best study path for them. This leads them to a lot of confusion, problems, and make students feel stress, anxiety, and depression. This is where education counseling comes into picture. Here, students are advised not just on the way to build their right career path for them, but provide support to help them grow as individuals and professionals. The last one, relation counseling. Relation counseling is the process of the counseling the party have troublesome, difficult, and stress on the relationship, such as relation between family member or couple, co-worker, or boss, or between the professional and a client might all be involved. For example, it could be because of communication gap between husband and wife, too many expectations from each other, involvement of in-law, largely sexual issue, lack of trust and understanding. The couple, after addressing their concern, the therapist try to find the solution to make them marry life happier.
According to the American Counseling Association, aka ACA, the role of the counselor is to help their clients to identify their goals and their potential solutions to problems which cause emotional turmoil, to seek improved communication and coping skills, and on top of that also to strengthen self-esteem and to promote behavior change and optimal mental health. So there are three crucial roles that a counselor should play. The first and foremost is assessing the needs and providing guidance. So when we're talking about assessing of needs and providing guidance, counselors assess their clients' needs through individual or group counseling sessions. So in this way, by doing this, they can know what are the client's requirements and what are the needs of the client in a very easier manner. They help them identify their strengths, interests and goals to guide them in making informed decisions about their academic and their personal lifestyle so that they make the right choices in life and pursue the right academic preferences in life. And secondly, promoting mental health and well-being. Counselors play a critical role in promoting mental health awareness and providing early intervention for their clients that are experiencing emotional difficulties. They offer guidance and resources for managing stress, anxiety, and other mental health concerns. So, as a counselor, the role is supremely important, where the counselor should be able to promote a mental health and well-being lifestyle for their clients in order for them to keep away from stress, anxiety, and mental health concerns. And lastly, developing personal and social skills. This is a very crucial part as a counselor should play for their client. This is because counselors facilitate workshops, group sessions, and support programs to develop the client's personal and social skills. They address topics such as communications, conflict resolutions, decision making, and building healthy relationships. These skills contribute to the students' and overall well-being and their ability to navigate social interactions effectively in their daily lives and routine. So these are the three main roles a counselor should play in order to help their client and to make sure that the client receives the best treatment and the best solution to their crisis that they are going through in their daily lives. Thank you.